Okay, last video about a script. Well, not really. I actually plan on doing some collabs with some friends, and it will be off script because, well, do you really think that whenever Ritsu is like collabing with Sea Dog and they're talking about like anime crushes or like their weeaboo days that they do it off script? Because if so, then how? How do you do that? Then anyway, on to my story, crushes. I've had a few crushes in my years. Now, the only crushes I have is like with fictional characters, but it's not as extreme as my cringeworthy weeaboo phases. Just, yeah. For those of you who are really good friends of mine online, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, my first crush was when I was 6 years old. Yes, that young. This boy came to my house, and both of my brothers were busy playing whatever. I know my older brother was playing video games. Not sure what Jacob was doing at the time. I don't know, probably playing with Legos or something. I really have no idea. So, this boy, his name was Tucker, and so he was bored as his mom and my mom were talking, and I was starting another tea party with my stuffed animals. And I see this boy, and I'm all like, might as well ask him. And I go, "Hey, so you want to be a part of my tea party?" And he said yes, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, a boy actually said yes to being a part of my tea party." And so that's when my childhood crush started. And just because he said yes to being in a tea party, he most likely only said yes because he was bored out of his mind. And so from then on, I would crush on this guy. In fact, my mom always brings up that I would say that I would always talk about wanting to marry him, or I'm all like, "I'm gonna marry him someday." And just all like, don't believe what little kids say when it comes to marriage and stuff, because at that age, you just fantasize about weddings and all like, "I can't wait to get married one day." And now that I'm an adult, I'm all like, I don't think I would want to marry him, because the realization of marriage just hits me like a rock. Just bam. Don't get me wrong, I still want to get married. But still, just, things only went downhill from there. He was in the same kindergarten class as me, and so I would try my best to hang out with him whenever I could, but his friend, Thomas, did not like that at all, and would actually start chasing me whenever we were in the playground. It was not fun at all, and Tucker would just stand there and be all like, "Okay, whatever." Just like a jerky boy would. So, yeah. Things ended that year. Things ended, like, though Thomas still gave me a bit of a rough time. In fact, he would keep on chasing me up until middle school, when he just went to a different high school. In fact, when he still bullied me when I was in middle school, my parents actually thought that maybe he had a crush on me, and I was like, no way. If he confesses love to me, I would straight up turn him down, because you don't treat a girl like that. So to all you boys who think, "Hey, I should pick on this girl and then later ask her out," no, don't do that. Don't do that. Unless you both enjoy the little roughhousing type of thing, like Chucky and that one girl in Rugrats, then it's not gonna work out well. Just no. Anyway, then my next crush was when I was in middle school, and it was this kid named Payson, I believe? No, wait. Preston. Yeah, it's been a long time. It was frickin' middle school. Yeah, his name was Preston, and he was a year older than me, and we met in art class. He was in my ceramics class. And this was when I was just starting to get into anime. And I would always, like, gaze at him from afar and be all like, "Oh, he's so dreamy." And I noticed that he would wear t-shirts of the Poston high school basketball team, so I would be all like, oh, is he planning on going to that high school and be a part of the basketball team? So like, yeah, he'll be my basket player. It'll be a weird romance, but we'll make it work. And I'm all like, oh, I can't wait till I turn 16. And I would be so excited that the fact that we were gonna go to the same high school and stuff like that. And then when my ceramics class was over for the semester, I was sad that I didn't get to see him as often. Whenever I did, I'd be all like, oh, this day just got better. In fact, there was this one time when I was in PE class, and there were times when, during the special testing times, the computer labs would be used, and apparently, I guess he had a computer class or something. That's my guess. And he would end up coming to PE with my class. We would end up collabing, and so, yeah. I really enjoyed it whenever I see him at PE class. In fact, there was this one time we were playing dodgeball, and he was on my team, and I'm all like, yes! Yes, he's on my team! And they actually made me... Okay, this wasn't dodgeball, it was medic. It was a more tamer version of dodgeball. And when I was made the medic, I was all like, yes! I will show him that I am a team player! I have sports! I can... And then I got tagged out. Now, the thing about medic is that when you choose someone to be the medic, when people are hit with a ball, they're out, but they don't just sit in the bench. They just straight up sit down where they were hitting. Just drop them there. Just sit down and just remain sitting until the medic tags them. When the medic tags them, they get back into the game. And when you choose a medic, you just choose your medic secretly. Your team chooses your medic secretly, so that way the other team doesn't know who the medic is. Once the medic is out, then that's it. You're done. Not that the game is over when the medic is out. No, the game is over when there are no more players on each side, like in dodgeball. So when the medic is out, that means the medic can't get people back up. So the whole goal here is to find out who the medic is and then tag them out, so that way you can then get rid of everyone else without worrying about them coming back because of the medic. And yeah, I became the medic, and yeah, I was tagged out pretty classically. Yeah, awkwardness. There was this one time I did impress him back in my art class. There was this one kid that I did not like at all, and he was rambling and being a stupid, immature boy, as always, and I just randomly said, "Baka," and Preston was right next to me and was all like, what was that? What did you just say? And I then explained, baka, it means, I then it's a Japanese term, and it's all like, what does it mean? I then whisper it in his ear what it means, and he laughed when I told him that it meant stupid, and so he was all like, clever, you're insulting him without him even knowing. He actually later told the boy what it meant, and when he told him that, I was like, betrayed. Then my next crush was back in high school, and it was with this boy named Reed, and he was like a car guy, was very interested in cars, and when I found out that he was interested in cars, I would talk to him about my dad's Honda del Sol and all the cool speakers it had, and he was pretty interested, though this crush didn't really last for long. I would see him at the courtyard at lunchtime, and I would talk to his group of friends and every once in a while, like the floater I am, just to make a conversation. And there was this one time on Valentine's Day, I have a cold, and so I couldn't just give him the Valentine directly, so I had a friend deliver it to him. And I was all like, I wonder if he likes my Valentine, because it was a Kingdom Hearts themed Valentine. And then sometime later, like a few days or weeks later, I noticed when I went over to talk with his friends, I saw that he was playing Kingdom Hearts 3D. And when I saw that, I walked away, and inside I was like, oh yes! He likes Kingdom Hearts! Which means he understood my Valentine! Victory! But what stopped my crush was one time in science class. We were in science class together, and we were playing a game, and there was this one moment where I couldn't come up with the answer, and when I couldn't come up with the answer, he was all like, seriously, you don't know this? Don't you study? You must not study. And when he said that, it shook me. I was like, what? I was still my shy self, so I just was quiet. But if he were to say that to me nowadays, I would seriously grab him by the shirt and scream, some people just can't say stuff at the top of their heads. It's not like this information is easy to remember sometimes, okay? So shut up! Because, yeah, that was a bit insensitive. He was implying that I was stupid. So, yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, later, if you're gonna treat me like that, you do not deserve my love. And so I pretty much dropped him, and I ended up developing a crush for Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter afterwards. But more on my fictional crushes in another video. And one last crush, this is recent. I went on this date with this guy on my birthday, and I thought he was cute. He was pretty cool. I thought that maybe there was something there, but he just wouldn't reply to my texts afterwards, and so I was like, after some time, he just wouldn't reply to my text. And the only text that he replied to me to was when I asked him, hey, do you know where my hat is? And he just said, nope. And whenever I tried, and when he replied, I was like, oh, maybe now I can actually talk to him. Tried to talk to him, still didn't respond, and I was like, rude. Okay, if that's gonna be how it is later. I was brokenhearted. Even though I was trying to act tough, I was a little bit brokenhearted, because, come on. I let it go, though, because, well, there have been times when I have ghosted guys before, so I understand if guys are gonna ghost me. It is what it is. Hope I find a boyfriend soon. Anyway, thank you for watching, and may angels be with ya.